Hey, boss babes. I am coming on because I want to talk about what the reason why I put together this course that I did, the 5 day transformation. I did a video not too long ago about the basically the 5 things that I changed to sort of launch my business or take it from a place of, so status to where I am now, which I feel is a more substantial place. And I was thinking today about, I don't know that everybody even understands in this group what sets this group apart from any other business group or direct sales group. And so I just wanted to talk about briefly the whole concept of what is online marketing, what makes it different than just face to face or in person sales. And also, why then do we need to distinguish ourselves in that market? What is branding myself and why does that make a difference? I just want to talk about big concepts. And boy, I was preaching this to myself as I was delivering stuff today, and it was beautiful. So hopefully I can remember half of what I was thinking in my head. I know when I heard branding, like online branding, personal branding and stuff, I was like, it just did not compute. I had like a wall or something. I didn't get it. Like I just didn't understand what that meant. And then eventually I thought, okay, so I guess it means something like, we come up with, I saw brand boards, and I thought it means that we come up with a logo and a color scheme and that kind of thing. And so I kind of, attached myself to that idea, but that isn't it either. That's kind of like the tail end of it. That's sort of how you tie the bow on it. Think of this. When you are deciding whether you want to go to Kentucky Fried Chicken or Popeyes, you can picture the two logos in your head, the two color schemes. I know KFC is like red and white and Popeyes is orange and something, something. But you don't decide where you're going to go to eat based on the colors or the logo or the font that they used, okay? You decide where you're going to go based on your previous experience and the flavor and which one you prefer, where you had the better experience. And the logo is helping you find it as you're driving along. You're like, oh, there it is. There's KFC. I see the white and red. I see the Colonel or whatever. And kind of in the same way, when you are doing a personal branding, you are figuring out, how can I distinguish myself from everybody else doing what I do? How can I say I'm KFC and everybody else is Popeyes? And then when you figure out what it is that makes you different, and you know how to express that, how to like put that out there so that people can see it, they know that that's who you are and that's what you offer. Then you can decide, okay, this is how I want to package it. This is how I want it to look. These are the colors and fonts. That can come later. It doesn't have to come right away. But the benefit of having that is that then when people see that, they're like, oh, that's her. So for example, if somebody's following me on Facebook and they are subscribed to me on YouTube and they see that I go by Michelle Fox Beauty in both places, and that I tend to use a certain signature stamp, and I tend to use certain, a certain look in my banners and stuff, and then they come across Instagram and maybe they look for Michelle Fox. There's a lot of Michelle Foxes, okay? But then when they see, oh, that's her, that's the one, because they can tell my look, my brand. They can recognize that's me because it sets me apart from all the other Michelle Foxes, okay? Let alone all the other people in my industry that do what I do. So, that's part of why you need a brand, so that, people recognize you. But beyond that, I hope that you can wrap your brain around this part. We used to have to go out into the masses, and one person would be out talking to tons of people, either cold calling or door to door or collecting names or whatever, yeah, phone calling, putting out flyers on mailboxes or sending things in the mail. We had to canvass lots of people in an effort to find the people that want what we have. Even to just find people willing to listen to us long enough so that we could convince them to try what we have. It was an endless search. It was an endless effort. It was like we were always starting at ground zero, and we were just one person in this huge sea of people, like a needle in a haystack kind of a thing. And it was kind of overwhelming because every day you got to, okay, get out there and find this many leads, make this many phone calls, send this many thank you notes, make sure that blah, 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 blah. And it's hard. That was hard. It is hard. And you can still do that. Okay. And I'm not saying that that is not a way to do your business, but it is a harder way to do your business. Okay. Compare that to where you distinguish yourself and say, this is what I do. This is the problem that I solve. This is the solution that I offer. And the way that I do it is different than other people that may have talked to you before because I am this. I do it like this. And you have a way to put a spotlight on it, where instead of you going to those people one at a time, somehow, some way, millions of people even can see that spotlight so that the ones that want what you offer can come to you instead of you going to them. How does that happen? Social media, internet, online, YouTube, okay? So the more you understand who you are, what you offer, and how that's different than how everybody else in your field operates, and as you understand who you're looking for and where they hang out. Have you heard the expression, big fish in a small pond? I've talked about this before, that if I am talking to every woman on the planet about anti-aging skincare, I'm going to get some hits, okay? But if I can narrow it down to people in the United States, because I'm only allowed to sell in the United States, between the ages of 45 and 75, because those are the women that are usually concerned about the, signs of age, that are gainfully employed, that perhaps they have made a skincare purchase in the past. I can keep listing and listing and listing. If I can narrow it down to those people, even though I might go from, this many millions of people to, 500,000 or whatever, but my chances are better of getting a whole lot of ding, 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 because my audience is so specific. And then when I turn around and say, well, my specialty is, I like to explain things at a really easy level, or I like to provide things that are really affordable, or I like to personally teach you how to do these things, whatever your specialty is or your background, whatever you think, makes you stand out. All of that is kind of funneling it down so that you are finding each other, like a love match. The more that you understand you, and you understand who you're talking to, and you know what you're offering, the easier it is for you to find each other. And when everything had to be online, like during COVID, there were a whole lot of us oldie moldies that began to see the benefit of doing things online. Many of us only ever knew how to sell in person, or our companies were set up in such a way that that was really all they ever trained us to do. And then we saw, oh, well, that's kind of cool that we can do things either online or in person, and it took us a while to get the hang of it, but it kind of opens up a whole new way of thinking. But let's follow that through, okay? Because think of this. Young people didn't have like that preconceived or the previous training of, you have to personally walk around and talk to so many people and blah, blah, blah. They had like a totally, blank slate, so to speak, okay? So they come into this whole social media thing and they're like, shoot, I've got exposure to the whole world, okay? And they get that. We don't get that at first. They get it. And they find their niche. They figure out, hey, I know how to touch my nose with my tongue. I know how to, tie a bow 5 different ways. I know how to, I'm telling you what, whatever the heck they can do that other people can't do, they put it on TikTok, they put it on YouTube, they put it on Instagram Reels, and boom, they become Insta famous. And you might think that's silly and funny, but they are making a crap load of money. Okay. You can make a lot of money just by the fact that people are looking at your stuff online. It's crazy. That's another reason why you want to brand yourself instead of your company, because it opens up a lot of other avenues of income. When I am Michelle Fox, such and such independent beauty consultant, I have to be careful how I represent myself and what I say and do and where I advertise, because I'm also representing the company. But when I'm Michelle Fox or Michelle Fox Beauty, my own entity, I have a lot more liberty. I have a lot more freedom. And I can make money through my YouTube channel. I'm now like big enough that I can make money through my live videos on Facebook. I can make money on TikTok just through the number of views. It's crazy. I didn't even know that stuff was going to happen. Okay. But as my numbers have grown, my opportunities have grown, and I'll get emails like, hey, Michelle, this is YouTube telling you that you now can make money. I'm like, what? I didn't even know that. So it's like kind of crazy. Having an online presence will change your opportunities. It will broaden your opportunities. It's funny because it's like it broadens your opportunities as you narrow your niche, as you narrow your market, because you are zoning in on, you're figuring out who do you want to market to. And as you figure that out, as you understand yourself and who you are and what you sell and what you do and who you're marketing to, that is actually going to expand your opportunities. It might seem counterintuitive, but it's so true. That is online marketing. That is the power of shifting your thinking from doing everything the old school way to being open to the possibility, open to the power, open to the newness, and to being willing to change, being willing to take a risk, being willing to try it at least. I really just in January of last year started a YouTube channel, 2 YouTube channels actually. And, in a year, all of this has happened. I didn't even know. I mean, who would have thunk? And I just started a TikTok thing last summer. And, I'm not saying this to toot my own horn. I'm just saying that I did those things because I was watching somebody else who was teaching me this stuff. And she was saying, hey, take a chance. Hey, do this, do this, do this. And I just did it. When she said, do it, I did it. And I would see the results. It doesn't happen immediately. Sometimes you do it and you're like, we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen. But what's really cool is that as you do the work on the front end, it feels like a lot, setting up your channel, setting up your Facebook business page, creating a group, all that stuff. It takes time. You have to make a decision. What do I want to call it? What am I going to make my banner look like? How am I going to get people in there? All that stuff. That is work on the front end. But once you get it all set up, It is like a self-running machine. Every day I get emails saying, boom, 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 boom. All these people have just subscribed to your channel. Boom, 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 boom. All these people are watching you now on TikTok without me doing a dang thing. Okay. Because all that stuff is in place working while I'm grocery shopping or doing the laundry or, whatever. It's so cool. It's so stinking cool. And depending on what takes off, you just don't know. You just don't know what kind of opportunity that's going to bring to you. You might find out that you really, really enjoy doing YouTube instructional type stuff, and that you might end up putting together a course or something. You might find that you've already created things for your team or for whoever, and you can kind of finesse that and create an ebook and sell that online, sell digital files. You can do that. The possibilities truly are endless. And as you start looking at these people that are making money on YouTube and TikTok and all this stuff and see what they actually do, you can do that. You can totally do that. They are just basically showing up consistently, establishing an audience and doing their thing, and they're making money. It's boggles the mind. It really, really does. So I just want to teach you a little bit about how to perceive yourself as an expert in your field, how to distinguish yourself as someone different than everybody else in your field, how to narrow down your niche. How do you do that? How do you figure out who am I looking for? Because that does help. How to do all that. I want to help you go to the places that will really make, logo making and all that kind of stuff really simple and kind of fun. And most of it is free. And I've put it all together, and I've put tons of hours and hours and hours and hours into this. I've put it all together in such a way that I'm going to help you like this, like, okay, do this, and then do this, and then do this. And then we're going to get together tomorrow. Then, okay, did you do all that? You did? Great. Okay, now we're going to do this. Then we're going to do this. And then we're going to do this. So that by the end of the week, no matter what, you've done those steps. And so are you going to be Insta famous? No. But you will have accomplished what we started out to accomplish. So, and that's different than a lot of other times where you might purchase a course or even do a free course or whatever, and you go, you watch the videos or you do the thing, but it's like it's over your head, it's too much, it's overwhelming, and so you don't do a dang thing. This is different. You know how I am. It's like I'm very step by step. I break it down. I keep things simple because that's how I think. And it's like, this is what we're going to talk about today. I need you to do these things before we advance to tomorrow. And that's how we're going to do it. So I'm going to give you a sneak peek on my workbook. I've been working on this like a crazy person. So hold on so that you can kind of see where I'm going with all this stuff. Okay, here we go. So this is my transformation workbook. It's so beautiful. All right. Or I might make you dizzy because I'm kind of scrolling through. So we're going to talk about personal branding. We're going to talk about updating your Facebook wall. That's your personal page. Creating a business page. Why I think that's important. I'm going to step by step show you how to do that. Launching a private group from your page. And then we're going to talk about live video. That is probably the biggest thing that changed my business. Okay. So this is how I've got it set up. So Monday, personal branding. I will go live at 11 o'clock. I will explain the concept again of what it is. We'll go through this together, fill in the blank, just like school, okay? And then we're going to talk about together, who are you? What are your unique skills? And you're going to be scratching your head like, I don't know. I don't know what to, and I'm going to give you some really specific examples, and you're going to comment and I'm going to comment back because we are interacting. There's going to be a private group for us to interact with. We're going to talk about who you serve and who is your ideal customer. I'm going to help you figure that out because I didn't know the answer to that either. We are going to talk about what is your personal brand? What are the pain points of your customers? What are they struggling with? Because you have to understand that in order to understand how you help them solve the problem. So you see how what I'm saying is like it's going to be step by step. This is probably one of the biggest things is that all of that is going to help you come up with what is called a one-sentence business statement. And that is going to rock your world. All right. Then I'm just going to quickly go through these. I wonder if this works. Okay. Yeah, it does because I have a PDF. All right. So this is how I have it set up. So this is a printable workbook, but when you have it online, everything that's underlined is also something that you can click and it will take you to, whatever whatever it says it's going to take you to. So to me, I think that's really cool. I think that's worth probably the price of admission. So there are, probably 30, of those clickable links that are going to take you to different sites, different places that are free apps. I've got all kinds of things in here, examples of brand boards and logos and stuff. Better than that, I've even got some templates for your Facebook banners already created for you, like set aside for you. So this is all day one, which you might feel like, holy crap, that's a lot on day one. But it's live, we're talking, we're going through it together. And then this is really like the homework is really just a review. Whoops, I'm sorry. I'm going up and down. I don't know why. Here, let's try to go in one direction. Come on. All right, here we go. It's happening. Stop. All right. So then we're just kind of, what in the heck? I don't know. It can tell I'm excited. So then we're kind of doubling back. I'm not giving you more homework. So that's the thing. I'm trying to keep it so that it's very doable. So now this is more like thinking it through. Go back and think about how we were discussing, words to describe you. Go back and think about how we were discussing words to describe your perfect customer. And then, and tomorrow we're gonna continue. Okay. So that's how pretty much the whole, the whole book. Oh, I gotta show you one more thing. Okay. Hold on. Cause it's really cool. You're going to like this. All right. Hold up. Everything is kind of, this one I love. Okay. So like on the day that we're creating, your personal page and that kind of stuff, I'm going to show you some examples of people that have taken their personal page, to a whole new level because they showed up as professionals, and then compare that to how they do the same thing on their business page. Because that's a question too. Like, what's the difference between how my business page looks and how my personal wall should look? How does that work? We're going to answer all those questions step by step. So I'm super excited about it. And I think it's going to be, worth your time. I look kind of like Goldilocks all of a sudden. It was a little looser. How does curl to get tighter? I don't know. But anyway, so I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be really fun. And I just really think that it would be super beneficial for all of you. So here's the dealio. I've got like an early registration, like a discounted fee. And what I want to do is if you're a member of Boss Babes, I'm going to do like a coupon. Okay. I'm going to take like even more off of that. I'm doing it as soon as I get off of this. I'm going into my little ticket manager thing and I'm putting that in there. So the promo code or with coupon code or whatever it calls itself will just be Boss Babes. Okay. So that you would get another $10 off. So you would be able to register for $14. All right. So for $14, you would be getting the 5 days of one-on-one, so to speak, instruction, the downloadable workbook that has all those links, the templates for the Facebook banners for both the personal and the business page, I'm gonna show you how to go live on your phone, on your desktop. We have a personal, a private Facebook group where only those that are enrolled are going to be part of it. And so let's say, for example, you want to post something and get my feedback. I can say, I think maybe change this and this. Or you could even ask your other friends that are in the group, hey, what do you like this logo or this logo? It's going to be amazing. It's going to be fantastic. So I'm super excited if you can't tell. So I'm going to get off of here. Going to go put my Boss Babe coupon in there, and okay, let me put this in chronological order. I'm going to go do the coupon first. Then I'm going to come back. Then I'll put the link in here for the registration so that by the time you see the link with this video that the coupon's ready to go, okay? So I'm excited, and I'm going to come in a couple more times and talk, today was personal branding. I'm going to come in and talk more about why do you need a business page? Why do you need a private group, et cetera, because all of this is really significant, and I believe it's going to improve your business. And I think that it's going to bring a lot of peace, and I think that you're going to enjoy it. Just bottom line, I think you're going to enjoy it, because I think that there's still a lot of angst and confusion and kind of a sense of overwhelm, especially if you're my generation and beyond. So let's solve that. Let's get beyond that. So, all right. So thanks so much. I'm going to go do my coupon, and then I'll be back with the link. All right. Thank you, and carry on.